Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we're going to talk about presents and how you dress for the game. Alright, so I am a huge fan of Dua Lipa. I'm a big music fan, and I liked Taylor Swift when she was a thing, but Folklore was just terrible, and I am done. I am so over Taylor Swift and her. I'm like, that's it. I'm out. And I switched over to Dua Lipa. I'm a huge fan of Dua Lipa. She is an amazing performer. Okay. Now, performance is part of what we do as 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Masters. Okay. When we arrive at the table, we need to be concerned with presence. The reason I know this is I follow Dua Lipa, and she has amazing presence. If you don't know what presence is, just watch. My favorite of Dua Lipa's songs is Lost in Your Light. It's absolutely amazing. And so Dua Lipa, so as dungeon masters, we have to know our craft, right? So when we need to know the rules, and we need to master all those disciplines I talked about, right? With Dua Lipa, she's an incredible singer and she's an incredible dancer, right? That's not what I'm talking about right now. For you have to be a really good storyteller and you have to know the rules well, okay? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your presence at the table, okay? So what can we learn from Dua Lipa when it comes to presence? Well, there's two things. One, incredibly high energy, right? She's got a huge smile on her face. She's incredibly aware of, of where her body is, what she's presenting, how she's presenting herself, right? It's so clear that she's aware of how she's presenting herself. And she has incredible presence, right? And so when you arrive at the table, the first thing you need to pull, from Dua Lipa to do a good job as a performer is high energy. Smile on your face. You are happy to be there. No excuses, right? And I'll tell you right now, you on, right? You plaster that smile on your face and you get ready for the game, and you exhibit high energy, right? Because Dua Lipa's talked about this. She'll do, she does a bunch of shows. Sometimes she just ain't there, but nobody wants to see her frowning and sagging around, right? Like, she just does the job. It's the same thing. If you had a hard week or a hard day, first of all, if you have to, cancel the game, right? I would say power through, right? But I do respect people's mental health. If you feel like you're going to break and you just don't have the energy for it, cancel the freaking game. But if you don't cancel, do not bring your noise and your sadness to the table. High energy, big smile, no matter what's going on with you right then, right? Because your energy flows out to the players, and you need to be there for them, right? It's really critical that you are there and you are on point for them, okay? Now, the other thing about Dua Lipa is she very, very carefully chooses what she wears so that her performance is enhanced by what she's wearing, all right? Now, you are generally not going to dress like Dua Lipa for your game, but you should be aware of what you're dressing in, okay? Now, first of all, I'm not going to tell you that you guys need to groom and bathe, and the reason why is I think that's an incredibly ugly stereotype that I think is 100% false. I've been hearing that for decades that, the gamer, that tabletop role-playing gamers and, Dungeons & Dragons 5th, actually goes beyond 5th edition, right, back to 4th and 3rd, saying that, DMs and players were a bunch of neckbeards that didn't bathe. I have never found this to be true. My table got some Cheeto-eating dudes up at it, and they always arrive smelling just fine. They are definitely not, bathing and grooming. I really think that's a really disgusting stereotype, and I'm here to say I think that is dead, and I'm hoping people stop. And one of the things, I think stereotypes last longer than they should, right? And I just really get frustrated when I hear people perpetuate that stereotype, and I think that is dead. And so you guys don't need to worry about that. I think you're already doing that, right? But what do you wear, right? It's a good question, right? So basically, you are fine putting on a t-shirt, right, and jeans or shorts, whatever. You don't even have to wear. When my players come, I don't even got shoes on, right? I'm just wearing socks. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt. But I will say this: I have started thinking about what t-shirt I'm wearing, right? In that, I have a Boba Fett t-shirt I really love it, right? I don't wear that one. I also have a D20 shirt that looks like a stained glass, right? And so it's thematic, right? The other thing is I have plain t-shirts. And what I've been doing recently, I actually don't have a lot of cool, Dungeons and Dragons t-shirts. Just never really, I have a lot of t-shirts, but not any fantasy based. But what I do have is I have regular t-shirts, and I have been choosing to wear my regular t-shirt. And the reason why is I don't want the image on my chest to distract from the game, right? And you're like, Scott, what the heck? Why would I bother, to choose? I can wear whatever t-shirt I want. Those players don't care. And what I'm telling you is if you're going to be an incredibly good 5th edition Dungeon Master, there is competition for the time you are taking from these players, right? There's competition from video games, from movies, from great novels, and there's competition from Sally, the 5th edition Dungeon Master, who's 2 blocks up from you, right? And if she's going to take the time, right, to just put on a plain t-shirt, right, so that her Boba Fett t-shirt, which is sci-fi, the opposite genre of fantasy, it's these, and I'm very comfortable saying this on my channel. I want to squeeze out that extra bit of performance, right? You can go find a million channels will tell you you're fine doing whatever you want. What I'm saying is go that extra inch, right? And if you want to know what the extra inch is, go that extra, foot, right? Give more effort. Go watch Dua Lipa in any of her amazing videos, and you're going to see, man, she is squeezing out every single bit of amazing performance, right? She is not resting on her laurels, right? And it's the same thing. You need to be the best Dungeon Master you can be. And so think about which t-shirt you put on, right? I'm not telling you to dress in a 3-piece suit, but I'm saying even the choice of what t-shirt you wear is going to make a difference in the game. And when you start to add these small little pieces of attention, these small little dedications, these small little commitments, the game gets better. And that's what we're here for, to be the best 5th edition Dungeon Masters we can possibly be. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which shirts are you going to wear or not wear? What do you think of when you think about what you're going to wear to your table and how it impacts your game? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how a Dungeon Master dresses. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing. And also, are you a Dua Lipa fan? If not, who's your favorite singer? Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.